The text arrived while my husband was in the shower, steam fogging the mirror like it was trying to hide something. My phone buzzed once. Then again. I read it, didn't breathe. Didn't blink. I called my brother immediately. No hello, no warning. Just my name leaving my mouth like a threat. He thought I wouldn't tell, my brother said. His voice was tight, ashamed. But you're my sister and... He stopped. And then he told me that was the moment everything split. The before and the after. The wife I had been and the woman I became in that breath. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I thanked him. I hung up. I sat on the edge of the bed and listened to the water shut off. I remember thinking how calm I felt. That should have scared me. I met my husband when life still felt generous. He was attentive, charming in a careful way, the kind of man who remembered details and made plans. He looked at me like I was something he wanted to protect. I trusted that look. We built a life with clean edges. Shared accounts. Shared routines. Shared secrets. Or so I thought. I gave him my loyalty without keeping receipts. The cracks didn't announce themselves. They whispered. Late meetings that didn't add up. A new password on his phone. Compliments that felt rehearsed. Nothing loud enough to accuse. Just enough to notice. I told myself I was being paranoid. That love required faith. I see now how convenient that belief was for him. The truth came packaged in my brother's voice. My husband had been involved in something ugly, financial, illegal adjacent. A quiet mess that could ruin reputations. My brother had stumbled into it by accident. Instead of coming clean, my husband chose money. Chose silence. Chose to gamble that blood would lose to cash. That gamble cost him everything. I didn't confront him, not then. That would have been emotional, sloppy. I smiled through dinner. I asked about his day. I kissed him goodnight. I started planning. First, I verified. I asked questions without revealing why. I checked records. I followed trails he assumed I'd never think to look for. Every answer lined up like dominoes. Next, I protected myself. I copied documents. I changed passwords. I separated finances quietly, legally, invisibly. I spoke to a lawyer before I spoke to him. Then I widened the net. I let the right people know I was asking questions, not accusing. Just curious. Curiosity is dangerous when the truth is rotten. Weeks passed. He grew restless. I grew sharper. I watched him lie to my face with the confidence of a man who thought he was winning. The night had ended. I asked him to sit down, calmly, like we were about to discuss paint colors. I told him my brother had called. I watched the blood drain from his face in stages, shock, calculation, fear. I let him speak first. He tried denial, then minimization, then justification. I said nothing. When he finally stopped, I slid a folder across the table. Inside were copies of everything. The financial trail, the messages, the dates, the quiet little crimes he thought no one would connect. I told him I had already filed. Divorce, protective clauses, full disclosure. I told him who else knew. Who would know next if he made a single wrong move? You offered my brother money, I said. You thought I wouldn't find out. I leaned in. You were wrong. He reached for me. I stood up. The look on his face then was pure understanding. Not remorse, not regret. Realization. He lost his job within a month. Investigations have a way of spreading. Friends stopped calling. His name became something people lowered their voices about. I walked away clean, quiet, prepared. Now I sit alone in a home that finally feels honest. I think about the woman I was. The one who trusted without question. I don't miss her. She did her part. She got me close enough to see the truth. Betrayal didn't break me. It introduced me to myself. I didn't need to destroy him. I just stepped aside and let his choices finish the job.